Okay, everybody, let's go ahead and get started. I'm Rob Manfredi, Director of BPA North America. Thank you for coming. We're excited to present for the first time our SharePoint 2013 version of BPA CRM solution. We're going to break this presentation into two short parts. The first will be a PowerPoint overview of BPA, where we really see our product fitting in the market. And then, of course, a demo walkthrough of the major features and functionality of the CRM solution as it looks in 2013, along with some new features that SharePoint 2013 allows us to deliver. So today, we are going to be recording this video for this webinar, so you'll be able to pass that around afterwards if one of your coworkers couldn't make it or something like that. A little bit of housekeeping. You can ask us questions, although I'm not too sure we'll be able to answer those questions. I'll keep glancing at them, but we will reply to your questions via email after the show, and we can have a conversation then. Okay, let's get started with the PowerPoint. So BPA is fast becoming the emerging standard for SharePoint-based solutions. This standard represents solutions that serve the needs of people that every day make your business run. A standard that delivers technology that works the way they work and empowers your most important assets with the information they need when they need it. As a worldwide market leader for SharePoint Business Solutions with over 800 customers supporting 12 languages with over 50 partners, solutions implemented from BPA are safe, secure, reliable, and a scalable investment. So welcome to the next generation of business solutions. With BPA, you have a trusted vendor with a single enterprise platform that delivers many solutions. Our platform, called XRM, includes 30-plus enterprise quality components, making it the most powerful SharePoint solution in the marketplace. Automate your frontline business critical processes with solutions such as CRM, which we'll see today, quality, risk management, and others. Our solutions are designed to keep you in control through standard SharePoint configuration and be fully extensible through complete integration with powerful SharePoint-based services. By removing the need for development, you minimize your cost, risk, and time to deploy and can now deliver a system that fits your business processes. BPA solutions simply work better because they run on SharePoint. The BPA Extended Relationship Management, or XRM platform, complements the robust SharePoint framework with powerful features driving business efficiency and improves the user experience. With the BPA XRM platform, companies can better serve the business needs of solutions and IT's need for control. We're pretty happy to announce our new mobile applications, so never be without information you need when you need it. Update your contacts, access quotes, get phone numbers, or be reminded to update your forecast. These BPA mobile solutions are your sort of every moment companion, as we call them. So they work with your smartphone or tablet and allows you to be productive when on the run, even when you're offline. And administrators will love the web-based mobile administration console, where you can easily manage users and security privileges. BPA mobile solutions are available with the Apple iOS for iPhone and iPad, and soon will be available for Android and the Windows operating system. Some facts about BPA. It is a private software company that's been around in the SharePoint space since 2001. We've got offices in Europe and the US and have recently opened up offices in Asia. All we do is provide solutions for SharePoint. Those solutions comprise of CRM, quality management, risk management, project management, and recruiting. There are, I'm just looking at a question, sorry folks. There are, it's a company of about 45 people now that support 30 different SharePoint business solutions that comprise the XRM application. We've been growing rapidly over the past year, and especially this year with the release of 2013. We're a certified silver partner. We have just been certified as a business-critical SharePoint app from Microsoft. And again, we support about 800 customers with 50 partners worldwide and support over 12 languages. Here are some of our customers. They range sort of large and small, and they're across all different industries. What's common with all these customers is they love SharePoint. They've standardized on SharePoint, and they want as many solutions to run as SharePoint as possible. So why run on SharePoint? Well, SharePoint provides so many collaborative tools and resources, such as social sites through Yammer, personal sites, communities, followers, etc., full document management capabilities, and the rest. All of this stuff is great because we don't have to develop it. By deploying a solution on SharePoint, we get to take advantage of all of these business critical tools so that you can use them in the same way you've been using them elsewhere. So we then layer our XRM platform, which is a solution that is deployed right through central admin and enabled on a site collection. Once that's enabled, there are 3 different flavors of CRM depending on the level of functionality you need. The standard level provides all the basic functions of CRM, such as cross-list relations, email management, charting, navigation, custom fields, and the like. The professional level adds all of that, but starts to bring in different integrations such as the Microsoft Office connector, the mail merging, report builder, and specialty permissions that allow you to actually assign permissions down to the field level, which SharePoint cannot do. At the enterprise level, you get all of the components plus additional enterprise components such as the web connector, which connects the CRM solution to your websites, the external connector, which allows us to pull data from external databases, the sales system, which is an advanced pipeline management solution, and workflow actions that work with standard SharePoint Designer workflows, as well as workflows with Nintex and others. The key features of the application that we'll see is, of course, contact management, activity management, and opportunity tracking. We'll look at some forecast management of the opportunities, some demand generation and email marketing, lead management. It also includes a case management solution with help desks, a mail merge, document management, and reporting. We won't be able to show much of the mobility, but we'll look at some of the Outlook and Office integrations and the like. What's important to note today is that we're going to show you how the XRM platform allows you to provide a 360-degree view for your employees on any activity that's important to them, and that all the activities within your organization relate to each other, and therefore you need to know what's going on. And we'll point that out as we're looking at an opportunity we're trying to close to see if there are any open cases that may kill that opportunity. We'll see from a campaign management standpoint all the opportunities that have been created as a result of the leads that came in from the campaign, and also any business that's been closed to help drive the ROI related to those campaigns in the future. The BPA CRM solution can be deployed in a variety of ways. Of course, predominantly we've been seeing a lot of on-premise, both server and user-based pricing for the CRM solution. It can also be deployed in private clouds on a dedicated server or in a multi-tenant environment. And soon we'll be able to offer it through the App Store on Office 365. Our current Office 365 integration does have a side-by-side installation with a private cloud and your Office 365 implementation. That does allow you to have single sign-in, a single source of data, and a streamlined experience as you move between your Office 365 SharePoint and the CRM application, much in the same way Microsoft Dynamics does it with their Dynamics Online. We are the first and #1 CRM solution for SharePoint. Our standard competitors are out there that both have on-premise and cloud solutions, but none of them are SharePoint-based. We're very transparent with our pricing, and we urge you to go to our online quote system, which is in our new website. On this, you can price both on-premise, per user, per server, or hosted solutions that you want at the levels you want. You can go through and price out a solution that's right for you, as well as add services and generate a quote. That quote can then be validated by BPA and used to help purchase your system. As a follow-up email to this, we'll send you links to the quote system as well as links to this recorded webinar. Okay, let's move over to the demonstration. Let me take a quick look at the questions. The SharePoint Online was just covered. We need more features on SharePoint 2013 and Office 365. I will follow up with you to find out what features you need. And the mobile app is a native app for iOS, but of course the system itself is accessible completely through any browser on your mobile app as well. So browser support across all operating systems, mobile operating systems. The native app currently is only for iOS and will be available through the Apple Store. Okay. So here we see a 2013 site with the BP CRM application enabled on the site collection. You can see it's got the new 2013 look and feel. We've got the Metro tiles that allow you to go to the different functionality. You can have the tile list or just the straight text list depending on what your preference is at the user level. So the user can say, I would like preferences at this level, I would like tiles, or I would like the texts. Of course, all of these are collapsible, and they're all permission-based, so that if you don't have access to certain parts of the CRM, such as case management or your campaign and lead management, these tiles would not exist. In the center here, we can see our main window, which has on the home screen all of my upcoming tasks. Those upcoming tasks are things that are important to me that are coming up. Now, this is one of our web parts, the tab navigation, that allows you to customize the views that are important to the user. So if it's my upcoming tasks, my current events, and my opportunities, those views can be programmed into those tabs so that they're right at your fingertips. You may want my opportunities that are closing this month, or my tasks that are due this week as alternate tabs as well, to provide more specific actionable views on information that you want. So I can quickly move through things that are going on and maybe take a look at my current opportunities. What you also see across the top here is our filtering. So we provide advanced filtering within our data viewer web part here that allows me to look for all of my opportunities maybe that are with Identity Pass. And I can just simply do that on a search. And we do provide all of our other functionality such as equals, does not equal, less than, greater than, equal than, between, and the like. So very easy to use, very intuitive, and allows you to get at that information quickly. We don't believe at BPA that users should have to scroll through lots of information. And if this information was presented just in a straight list form, it would extend all the way down this page and you would end up scrolling up and down pretty quickly. So this way I can move through it quickly. Now, you can put as many of these data viewers on each web page. We've provided this one with not only my upcoming tasks, my current events, and my opportunities, but we also have some various dashboards that shows all of my tasks that are outstanding, all of the tasks, and which ones should have been done versus the date today. And we've got a little KPI that we put in there, which is another one of our web parts, that allows me to take a glance of things that are maybe coming overdue. On the dashboard for the opportunities, we've actually got two KPIs, which are any opportunities that the close date, the expected close date versus today. So if it's in the future, we've got a green. If it's getting close, it's orange. If it's past due, that is the expected close date was in the past, it is an X. Now these are already ones, so those are going to be X, so you probably want to add something to this view that says don't include my opportunities that have closed, because those will always be in the past. Also, we look through and we can see which opportunities have tasks that are overdue as well. Just a nice thing where you're going to spend most of your time looking for what's going on. Now, we do provide a search capability that allows you to search across all of your different lists, or you can actually specify which lists that you want to search for something on. So if you're looking for a person, if you're looking for a company, you can just simply type that in here and get results pretty quickly. So we talked about the XRM platform and this relationship management. So what does that mean to you in the CRM world? Well, the relationship management takes the standard SharePoint list and allows you to start building many-to-many relationships between other lists. So if you think about it, an account has contacts. So there's a relationship between a single account and many contacts. And contacts can have activities such as calls, emails, being part of a campaign, and the like. So that you need to create relationships between a contact and the activities list, and maybe a campaign list, a lead list, or an opportunities list. Those opportunities are related to one or more contacts, and the opportunities also can be related to accounts, and they can also be related to campaigns. So what you start creating is a many-to-many relationship between these flat SharePoint lists so that it turns your application into a relational database in a sense. So how does that look? Well, let's just jump in here to Identity Pass. Now that's an account. So we're moving over to the account list, and we are taking a look at Identity Pass, where we're going to get a full 360-degree view of all of the contacts that are related to this account, all of the opportunities that are related to this account, any open cases through our case management, any projects, Here we see 2 projects, tasks, calendars, and of course attachments. So while each of these are standard SharePoint lists, which means for you when you deploy the solution, you can take the lists and the recommended fields that we push out there in the template, and you can add your own fields, you can modify the list names, and you can really configure what information you want to grab for each account. In this case, we're grabbing name. We do have a sort of hierarchical relationship where we can have parent accounts, who's this account's assigned to, phone number, web address. We've got our account details, which is sort of the address, number of employees, and anything else. All of this information is just straight list data. And that this account list is then related to all of these other lists, which of course can be configured to meet your needs as you see fit through standard SharePoint editing of those lists. Now, what's interesting is if we look at these attachments, we've got a couple things that are here that are unique that we carry forth from SharePoint, in that we use the standard document libraries and, of course, lists for storing things. So that if we look at this Word document, which is the internal estimate on services, we can actually take a look at our version history of this document. And we can see all of the edits, changes, who edited, what it looked like before, as you can with any standard SharePoint site. So that's what we mean by when you deploy a solution on SharePoint, you can take advantage of all the services that SharePoint already brings to the table. And that includes things like version history. Of course, we extend that with lots of other features and functions, but we're never burying any of the core functionality that you get with SharePoint. The other thing that I want to show you is we looked at some tasks. Now, these are the tasks that are associated with this account, right? So we've had a completed meeting, which was scheduled. Actually, we have not scheduled a meeting for picking resources to deliver the solution to Identity Pass, and we have completed a call. So this is scheduled, and this is something that is completed. So we get a list of all the activities related to this that have happened. Now, this call happened with Igor. So if I go look at the contact Igor, I get a 360-degree view of this contact. So I can see that Igor is part of the account Identity Pass, and I can see if he was a lead that came from a specific campaign, what opportunities are related to this contact, right? So there may be many contacts at Identity Pass, and there may be many opportunities with different contacts, but these are the ones that are related to this specific contact. I can look at some cases. So in here, if I'm trying to close, let's say, this deal, the server CRM license, I want to, as a salesperson, take a look at what open cases are related to him. And I can see that he has had a trial request and has put in a case that his password was not working. I can see that this hasn't been started, and it's been 1 day since this was open, and I may want to ping Boris and tell him, to get on this because I've got a big deal pending and that we need to get this password reset as well. Again, I can zoom right into the cases and see my case details and, of course, all of the history related to those cases. Okay, all sorts of neat things there. So what SharePoint 2013 also brings to the table is the concept of a timeline. So let me go in here and take a look at one of my tasks. So these are all of my upcoming tasks that I'm doing across all of my projects. So I can see here is that one task we looked at with Igor, but I've also got another task here with Jean. I've got some tasks with Boris. Some of these are related to a specific project. Some of them are just random tasks and to-dos. At the top here, the new timeline feature of 2013 allows me to visually see in a timeline what tasks and how they relate to each other. So if I wanted to see when this, let's say, the scheduling a meeting is on our timeline, I can just simply go in here and add to my timeline. And then up here we can see that the schedule meeting for services resources has been added. It's way after the team scrum, so I've got some time for that, and I can then add all of these or however I want to do it. But again, timeline feature is fully incorporated in our CRM solution, as well as we'll see in the project side all of the Gantt charts and the like, which is also integrated with timeline. It's a pretty neat thing. So again, we've got our different views down here. We've got all our tasks, our late tasks, and our completed tasks. And this configuration, it can be done with simply having training from BPA, and we offer a 1, 2, 3, or 4-day training package that trains you on all of the components, web parts, and configurations. It does require a base understanding, obviously, of SharePoint, but then you can take this over and configure all of these tabs just straight through the standard SharePoint, edit page, edit web part, go in and configure it, and off you go. Our service partners also can do that configuration for you, train your users, and then you can take over the maintenance ongoing once the system is up and running. So moving on, let's take a look at the opportunity that we were first looking at. So let's go back home, go back to my opportunities, and let's look at this server with Identity Pass. So now we've got an opportunity. We've got our various sales stages that are configured into the lists. We've got the account, we've got the contact, we've got the value. Down below, we've got tasks that are associated with it, the calendar, and then any attachments. And in this case, our attachments are the estimates and the quote. Let's go ahead and log a call with Igor. So I could be at the contact level, I could be at the opportunity level, I could be at the account level. But we're going to go ahead and log a call. This brings up another BPA web part, which is part of our forms editor, which allows you to capture information easily in a dynamic form that has different tab views and the like. Now in this case, we're just going to do a call. You can set it to completed, in progress, not started. Again, this drop-down is completely configurable through the list that has this task item. And in here, we can just put in meeting notes. Call. Of course, you can see we've got full editing up here so that we can, as I'm talking, we can add item 1, item 2, and then go back to more notes. It's going to happen now. It defaults as completed since I am taking the call right now. But here's where the relationship management begins to take effect. Below you can see we've already pre-filled, based on where I was within CRM, that this call is related to the account Identity Pass. It's related to the account, the contact Igor, and it's related to the opportunity CRM license. If this had come from a specific campaign, that would also be pre-filled, but I could go ahead and open up a case or a campaign and bring that in as well. If this was a call that came in fresh, I can create my opportunity or create my contact right from this screen without having to tab out of it, lose my data, and go back. So very flexible, very easy to use, and really works the way your workers work. These are cascading, so as I push in the account Identity Pass, the only contacts available to me are the ones from Identity Pass. Once I pick up Igor Lutz as the contact, his opportunities will show there so that you're not always surfing through lots of data to find the opportunities, contacts, and accounts that you are looking for. Very nice to have, something that you guys will use a lot as you're moving through this. So similar to logging a call, we can go ahead and send emails right from the system within SharePoint. In this case, it's brought in the email from the contact that I was currently on related to that opportunity. But if I wanted to add somebody else, I can do, again, with a cascading lookup, something for Boris Lutz and the like. And then I can also pull in templates. So, for example, we use this when we get a new lead to send out automatically the login and information related to trial requests for the Discovery platform that allows you to utilize the system much as you see me using it here today. Some nice features with this email is you can preview it, you can send a test to yourself, you can check your recipients to make sure they're valid email addresses, and then you can also create mass emails, single emails, and the like. So very powerful email capabilities right within the solution if you're working within the CRM solution. Now, not everybody's always working in CRM. You may be working in Outlook. BPA has a full Office connector which incorporates integration with not only Outlook but also Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, so that within any of those applications you can move the current document you're working on into the CRM platform. It, of course, queries it, pulls up the same relationship dialog that we saw before where you can tie it to an opportunity, a contact, an account, campaign, or however else you want to configure it, and then it moves that object right into the CRM solution without you having to leave your current application. So in this case, I'm looking at an email. I can simply click Add to SharePoint. It'll query the browser, bring back that dialog, and push that up there. There is also full synchronization of contacts, and those contacts can be add new contact, update existing contact, check for duplicates, and the like, so that it's a very sophisticated way to always have your contacts with you, and of course with your mobile app, it takes it even one step further. That integration is very important. The configuration needs to be done right, and your partners can help you with that, or you can use our documentation to do it yourself. Okay. Let's move on now to the case management piece. And the case management piece incorporates the same contacts and accounts, right, and gives you a way to create a case based on either a call, an email, or a web form submission. So that web connector allows you to support somebody filling out a web form to open up a case. That data and attachments can then automatically be pushed into the CRM without having to use any APIs. The web form builder allows you to create your form using the fields within the CRM solution. It'll then generate either HTML or JavaScript that you can then use within your website to push the data automatically in there. There's also a complementary component that is included with the enterprise level called the self-service portal. And I may show you that quickly, but the self-service portal is a public-facing portal that allows people to track their open tickets, look at dialogue that's going back between the support staff, and look at the status of what's going on with those tickets, access documentation, access FAQs, and other things. And that is a single price. It is not a user-based service that allows you to disclose certain information within your CRM solution into the self-service portal, bringing your customers or partners or accounts closer without having you give them access to the CRM solution. And that's, if you're interested in that, we need to set up a one-on-one demo that we can do after this. So that self-service portal is another way that this case management solution happens. But what I want to show you today is in the case solution, in the cases component, I've got all of the open cases related to this. Again, this is just another list, so you can capture any information related to a case. You can simply add a new case here, or I can look at a case dashboard, which brings in our KPIs that shows me the expected or performance of how soon I want that answered versus the actual, what I'm on track, if there are any overdue tasks, and the like. Now, the cool thing about this is, let's take this case, which is a trial request for the password not working. This is our good friend Igor, who I just got an email from the sales guy that says, I need to get on this pretty quickly. Well, this is a pretty easy one. So let's dive into this open case. And I can see all of the case information. Again, you should start looking familiar to you, right? We've got the actual list, the main list item that we're looking at. In this case, it's cases. And then we've got the 360-degree view of tasks, calendar events, and attachments. I can go ahead and log calls, send emails, and work this case much like I would work an opportunity. However, what we can do with our system is have a set of predetermined standard solutions for repetitive events. So in this case, I'm going to go into my solutions library, and I see I've got two standard solutions. One is for resetting lost passwords. Another one is for somebody who's requesting new hardware, like I open up a case because I want a new monitor or I want a new phone. So in this case, I want to choose this as the solution, select that item, and then that solution becomes part of the solution for this case, which can then be emailed directly to the person, in this case, closed out. Or it can be posted into their self-service portal with an email saying there's a solution that has been posted in your self-service portal. And if we look at this lost password solution, we can see all of the details associated with it, such as what the actual solution is, right? So there is the description, which you would then have all of the items of how to reset your password, how to retrieve your lost password, and the like. Very nice, very easy to do, and those solutions are managed within the solutions section. Okay, let's move on to the next section, which are leads and campaigns. Those go sort of hand in hand. In this case, a lead is an unqualified request for information that needs to be assigned to a rep for follow-up, or something needs to be sent to them in a sort of lead nurturing way. But most likely what's going to happen is a lot of your leads are going to come from campaigns such as trade shows. So let's start there. In this case, we attended the SharePoint Conference in Las Vegas last year. We're also going to be attending this year in March of 2014, so look for us at the SharePoint Conference in Las Vegas. But in this case, I can take a look for this campaign, all of the leads that were generated for this campaign. Again, we've got the campaign primary list, and then we've got all of the related lists, such as all of the contacts that were tagged as coming from that campaign. But what's also important is I can take a look at all the opportunities that have been generated from those contacts that have been tagged with that campaign. Again, that's that many-to-many relationship that was created when we started that opportunity. We related it to an account, we related it to a contact, and we can relate it to a campaign. And what this does is allows you to finally track the ROI of these marketing campaigns, whether it's an email blast, whether it's a webinar such as this webinar we're on today, or whether it's something large like a regional trade show. Now, what that does is allows you to build some pretty neat dashboarding in the reporting. And in this case, I've created in the reporting my task dashboards, opportunity dashboards, case dashboards, and my campaign dashboards. So I can quickly come into the campaign dashboards, and I can see for the SharePoint Conference that we've created 150 contacts, we expected $50,000 in revenue, and we have won $25,000 in opportunities related to it. So that's a great way to quickly see the return on investment, and we can see that the delta between the expected revenue and the one is $25,000 because that equals $50,000. So you can see all of your different dashboard, your campaigns that have gone down here, whether there's expected revenue or not, and then all of the leads and opportunities from those leads summarized in a single spot. Now, we provide some pretty amazing reporting within the solution. We've, of course, got all your normal charts and graphs and things like that. We've got our KPIs. All of these are accessible through mobile browsers, so there's nothing in here that's not going to be viewable. They're all configured just like standard web parts. And we can show you not only that, but we can generate static reports that can either be just yours, they can be public, they can be grouped into different accounts or different categories and the like. But since all of this data is stored within standard SharePoint lists, you can also use things like SQL reporting services or any other items to pull together data that is not only existing in the CRM solution, but also pulling data from your financial system, from your vendor system, from your product system, from your pricing systems, and all the other legacy applications that drive your business. That was one of the reasons we were chosen as a business-critical SharePoint app, is that we're trying to provide that single pane of glass of information through SharePoint of all of your activity and CRM data with any line of business legacy data as well. Pretty cool and very, very handy. Okay, for the last piece, we're going to jump into the project management solution. So projects actually used to be a separate application that we sold. We've now integrated it with each of our solutions, CRM, quality, and risk, because we find that managing projects is directly related to managing your cases, your opportunities, and the like, and your campaigns within your CRM solution. So imagine I'm working on my Opportunity Identity Pass, and I may have several projects that work with several team members to get that closed or deliver that solution. So in this case, I've got a project to develop the CRM proposal, and this specific customer wanted a new installation script for installing CRM on their farm. So we've created actually two formal projects related to those tasks. So we can see this project is related to the accounts, it's related to contacts, and it's also related to the opportunities. So if I look at my opportunity, I'll see that this project is going on. Again, that's that many-to-many relationship that makes the system so powerful. So let's go ahead and take a look at this installer project. So again, we go into the main view of this project where we're capturing all the information about the project overview, the project details, such as budgeted costs, budgeted hours, and all of the other things related to managing a project. And down below, I can, of course, add tasks, add call, log a call, send an email, and event. But really, the important thing that we want to get into is actually the Gantt chart for this project. And here we see an integrated view of our tasks, both at the timeline level and at the 2013 Gantt charts. And this allows me to quickly look at my milestones, my dependencies, both in a Gantt view as well as a timeline view, and all of the resources that are associated with this project. So I can see where we are today. I can see the projects that are coming up. So we've got our team meeting. We're going to develop our milestones. We're going to have a status call on that. I'm going to provide a draft plan on the 28th. We're going to gather feedback the 28th through the 30th. I'm going to incorporate those changes, and then we're going to deliver the plan on the 6th. If we wanted to add anything, we can, of course, create our predecessors right here. This is simply saying this is a predecessor of our status call. We can simply add it that way. If I want to add a plan finalization review, if you haven't used this Gantt chart within 2013, it is pretty amazing. We'll just go ahead and add that for the 7th. And or you can use your calendar as well. So very simple to do. You can, of course, do all your indenting to create those sort of parent-child relationships. And I can take this plan finalization and add it to my timeline as easy as that. So then once we get out of this, we come up with the timeline. My plan finalization shows me the end point. My team meeting is the start point, and I can add my major milestones to this timeline to see what's going on within there. Very powerful, very easy to use, very quick, and totally integrated with your SharePoint solution. So that's about it for the demo today that I wanted to walk through. We do have a full document management capability in here for standard documents. We can do lots of mail merging and mass emailing, which ties to your campaigns and leads. We didn't go through the sales system today, which is the opportunity tracking tied to a sales methodology. We have a full quote generator that allows you to create standard line items, pull those line items into a quote, merge it into a document, calculate tax, shipping costs, and the like. We've actually done dynamic pricing out of legacy systems with the quote system, all integrated, not a third-party tool, something that works directly within the CRM solution and the like. So let's go back and take a look at our next steps and get you all out of here. Okay, so we'll follow up with an email with the links to the webinar as well as links to our pricing, a copy of the presentation, and the like. We would love to understand your requirements, help draft up a budget for you, do a one-on-one presentation to you and your team that's maybe more specific or tailored to your needs and those requirements. We can help you have access to the trial platform so that you can play with the system, and then help you find a partner or do the actual installation and training for you. Yes, we do have plans to, let me just go through a couple of these questions real quick. Yes, we do have plans for mobile apps on Windows and Android. We're trying to get the iOS one out first. Those will be coming next, and of course, breaks our heart that iOS has the majority of the market share, but that's just the way it is. Android will be second and Windows third. Of course, it is a standard SharePoint site, so you can use the mobile version of SharePoint to get to this stuff just as easily. It just doesn't have the offline access unless your SharePoint integration on the mobile app has the offline capability. Pricing, there is user-based pricing. It starts at a minimum of 25 users, but regardless of the size of your farm, you could buy just a simple 25-user license and deploy it for a single department. As your installation grows, we price it unlimited users at the production web front-end level. The enterprise, I believe, is $36,000 per production web front-end. The standard is roughly, I think, $30,000 or $27,000, something like that. The hosted platform is a per user per month, and I think it starts at $16 or $17 per user per month for that. This 2013 version, the standard version will be released the end of October. All of the enterprise components will be coming shortly thereafter. There's about 5 or 6 additional components. So you could have an enterprise platform starting in November on 2013, and then we'll just simply add the web parts over the next month or two. Things like the web connector, workflow actions and other specific items. But the majority of the web parts are ported. The full standard edition will be ready end of October, and we're very excited about that. Okay, so those are the questions on there. Again, I'm Rob Manfredi, the Director of BPA North America. We're located right outside of Washington, D.C. You can give us a call, send us an email. You'll be getting an email from us tomorrow with the links that we said. So thank you all for coming, and I hope you enjoyed our presentation. Have a great day.